Good morning, Flosstube. It's Pam, stitching between the lines. Today is Tuesday, April 6, 2021, and this is video number 93. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I have to keep looking out the window a little bit. About maybe 10 days ago, maybe not even that long. Yeah, let's go with that. The weekend before last, I hung a bird feeder. And I've been telling stories about how the birds around here don't know how to eat from a feeder, and it's taken them a long time. And the squirrels things are figuring it out, that kind of stuff. This morning, the feeder was on the ground. Like, it's a tall, too big around. Like, it's all I can do to get my hand around it, to grip it, to unscrew it from the top, to bring it down and fill it, and then get it back up there. And this morning it was on the ground. The top was not on the ground. The top was still hanging. The mesh, which was it's thick, heavy mesh, like I've never indented it in the gripping of it, was on the ground. It's sort of concave a little bit, and the metal dish is a little bent. My husband says it's a squirrel. It's not a squirrel, I'm pretty darn sure, because they can get to it and they can eat like piglets, and other birds throw things on the ground, so there's plenty of food around. So I'm pretty sure this is the last day of the feeder. I looked all around the ground for paw prints. Didn't find any, but I know the ground was frozen this morning. I was out running an errand and came back, and today's garbage day, so the garbage man comes. And we've never seen anything get into the garbage around here. And people like down the street, down our little lane, they had their garbage out like yesterday during the daylight, out all night, for the garbage man to come eventually this morning. So I'm like, do we really have bears that are coming that close to the house? I don't know. I don't really know. But that didn't just happen by itself or from a squirrel. So anyway, our bird feeder days could be numbered. Could be just hours long. I filled it again this morning. Then I was taking a picture of it, and then I was telling somebody else, and they're like, oh, you've got a bear. There's no two ways about it. So I don't know. We don't want it that close to the house. So anyway, Cooper and I might be... we had a bird feeder in our last house, and it was positioned so nicely where I could see it from my stitching chair and yada yada. No bears. We'd get other kinds of things, but no bears came around. But anyway, we missed it all winter long. I missed it, and we put it up when the birds were starting to come back. We have a pair of cardinals, and the little house finches are one of my favorites. They're so pretty. Their tweet is so pretty. But anyway, enough about that. But anyway, the whole point of that was I kind of keep looking out there as the activity. And the bear's not coming around in the broad daylight like this, but still, the things that do come around are kind of fun to watch. So anyway, okay. Here we go. This quilt should come down. That's another thing that keeps stopping me. This quilt was up in my office in the winter, so it's been in the backdrop of videos for a while. It's a crabapple hill design where you do the embroidery and the piecing. It's the only one I've managed to get done, although I have like 2 other kits, maybe 3. Anyway, so it's like I said, it's time to take it down. There's a lot to move. My ironing board for sewing is underneath it, and there's a lot of like careful moving to get it out, and I have to get a ladder in there to get up there and put a different quilt. But I'll do it. It wasn't going to hold up the video any longer is what it comes down to. I've had lots of days of no stitching, interestingly enough. I'm not really sure why. I think after staying... Oh, I forgot. I'll add it at the end. The whole bathroom remodel is done with the exception of the glass. There's 2 partial walls of glass and then the door. And they're still not on. They're coming Thursday this week to put those on. So that was another thing I kind of kept waiting for. And then I just thought, we can't keep waiting because the bathroom's been done... I don't think a whole month. But anyway, that went on for 4 weeks, and that kind of tied me to the house. And I got lots of stitching done and whatnot. And I made a video somewhere in the midst of that. And then once that was done, there was just all of a sudden things I needed to be out of the house doing, even though it's still COVID. We're still not supposed to be doing any kind of unnecessary. I'm watching, there's a truck backing up down the street. Unnecessary anything. So, but all of a sudden, I was not home much. And anyway, there wasn't a lot of stitching to show. I don't know. So now, there. How long have I spent making excuses and talking about bird feeders? So let's get on with the things. Finally, the last Shannon Christine design came. Yeah, that was another thing. Yesterday I didn't make the video because my nails looked like they'd been in the rock grinder, like they were a mess. So they needed to get themselves straightened out. So I know the piece of fabric isn't straight. When I finish it, it'll all be straight. But it's finally the last of the Shannon Christine ornaments. I finished stitching it in March, but I didn't do the beading and the Krynic. I've been doing like Krynic overlay over regular thread, just half a stitch overlay. I did that yesterday. So it officially was a whip when I did my calendar for March, or into April. Carried my March whips into April. It still was on there. But now I can use my highlighter and cross it out. So that's all done. I did another little thing. These are so stinking cute. Do y'all watch Helen D? She has designed a few little odds and ends. And she did a little Easter piece. And it had the peeps on it. And I stitched just the peeps. And then I did the beaded edge finish. So that I get from Snippets and Stash off of her blog. She has the tutorial. So I did 3 of them, and they were in a little Easter bowl of candy on my counter. The bowl says on it, "Love my peeps," which meant my people, obviously, not the candy, but I put those in there with some Easter candy when the kids were home and stuff. So those were cute. So Helen has a few freebies and lots of tutorials on finishing. And Helen D, she has, if you go to her page and you click on her name at the top, like if you're looking at what the latest video is, go to her page, click on the top header, and it opens up another page that has tabs across the top, and she has created a playlist. One of the tabs is playlist, and under there she has featured the videos where her tutorials are. Under video 77, if you open the drop down window, the very first sentence links you to some of the little patterns that she has done, and it includes the Easter one where these peeps are featured. So go check that out. Video 77 has that's where I know the link is for her freebies. But if you want to have a list of just her videos that are tutorials, she has a playlist. That's a good thing. Maybe we'll see more people use the playlist, because they do have videos that feature specific things that they have to keep revisiting in videos and telling people over and over again, or linking it repeatedly. So if you add that a specific video to a playlist, then everybody can go to that playlist and see the list of your videos that are relevant to whatever it is you're creating a playlist for. So that's the places you can find that. And then as far as stitching goes, I really was boring. So that's, a contributing factor. I worked a little bit more on Prim Village in my own personal Prim color choices. And I am feeling like I would like to just get this done. Lots of questions about my color choices, and I will try to recapture them. This is the house I most recently did, and this one was in Classic Color Works. Apple Fritter is the dark color, and the light color is weeks Aztec red. And then always queen bee for the windows and hickory sticks for the roof, and the door is, and the chimneys are yet to be determined. And I looked back up, and it's my video number 83 where I show my color combinations as I clipped together and my colors, and the process I went through to pick my colors. So it's video 83, and if you go into about minute 34, then I show the fabric and how I picked my color combinations. You watch the whole video if you want. It was a hard video. I was looking for it this morning. I believe it's the video where I talked about losing Murphy in the beginning. So you can skip ahead to minute 34 if you've seen it already or don't really want to watch that part. That was kind of sad. So I worked on that house, and that leaves me 4, 5, 6, 7 more houses, and I'd really like to get it done. I don't know. It's tedious, one house at a time, but as soon as I finish a house, like I was trying to do one house a month. As soon as I finish one house, I think just keep going and get another one done. But I don't want to. I keep not wanting to, but I want it done. So we'll see what I manage to do. And then I worked a little ahead on Tangles. I'm doing the whole big long piece with the free border that you can still get on the Lizzie Kate website. And I've been doing a chunk a month, a little bit a month. I believe I worked on ahead, and I think this is the stuff that I did most recently. Is this one, which was an installment. This is another one. I'm closing in. So that was this one. So there's just this little bit to do. So this is another one I'm thinking I might just focus on. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to focus on Kingdom of Books, because usually in the winter when I go to Florida, I take one piece that needs some intense work, and then I have, like a month to work on just that, and I make huge progress. Well, this is year 2 of not getting to, oops, there's a needle in there. A year 2 of not getting to do that. But I really wanted to make better progress on Kingdom of Books. So I've been working on that, and every now and then, excuse me, I'm sorry, when I just don't want to get that enormous thing out, that's when I was pulling out like the Tangles or the houses, and I have another little thing, or the peeps. I have another finish that I did. But let's look at Kingdom of Books. So Kingdom of Books is a Russian pattern I've had for years. I started it several years ago, and after I only had this done, I did this during Mania. That was my goal, and that was a week plus of work. It's a lot of single thread stitching in there to give the far away look. So my goal really this time was to do these 2 books and then the 2 green books. And then I would start working exclusively out one side, because the books stopped being in the same color at the same time. Well, again, there were stretches of no stitching. There was stretches of stitching things other than, and this is how far I got. I've taken it off the frame. My frame was, 32 inches wide. And it's just so unbearable to turn over. I mean, I flip, because I need to, there's so much little stitching. When I did the main body of these 2 books, I had it on the frame and I can stitch along pretty quickly, but now I'm getting into where the shading of all these little bits and pieces around, I wasn't wanting to work on it because it's just so cumbersome. So I'm hoping maybe in the next few days I can get the tops done, and then these 2 books will be done, and then I think it's going to have to be put away. This for me is out the right side, so I'm stitching in hand. I roll it up from the left side. I will probably get to a point where there's so much bulk rolling it up, because it starts, here, that I'm not going to be able to stitch in hand necessarily by the time I get to the end. Not really sure. It's going to get awkward. So we'll see. I'll do as much as I can while I can, and it really is a beautiful piece. I'm looking forward to some of the books that are different colors. I really like blue, and I don't mind blue and brown together, but this has been just a lot of feeling a little boring-ish. So I'm looking forward to the other color books. So that's Kingdom of Books after a few weeks of hit or miss stitching. I still can't even claim it to be a serious dedication, but I'm working at it. I really would like to get it to the point where I can just say each time I get it out to work on it, my goal is just a book. That feels sort of manageable. Then, let me get close here to where I left the pattern. Here it is. I've always liked one of Priscilla and Chelsea's finishes. Priscilla finished Tiny Modernist Easter wreath, and she found a bunny at Hobby Lobby that she mounted this in the belly of. And so I knew I had bought the pattern. I looked and looked for the pattern, couldn't find it, so I repurchased it, which is right here. And I found the bunny online at Hobby Lobby. We don't have a Hobby Lobby close by. So I stitched that up. It is so stinking cute. I had a piece of Lavender Diamonds 28 count opalescent Lugana from Silk Weaver from back in the day when I was in Fabric of the Month club, and I was in the Surprise Me one, and so I got some really fabulous fabrics, and this is the fabric I used on the peeps as well. It's so cute, and I knew the premise of how she finished it, but I purposely did not look at hers because I didn't want to copycat. I mean, obviously I'm copying the main bulk of it. I couldn't even claim anything original. This bow has much longer tails, and it's mounted right here. So that hangs down in the middle of your field here. So this is after I had it all in and knew my edge finishing was what was good. I did look and see that she used it as a hair bow. So I did do that. But when you take it off of where it's connected right here, there's a little metal washer ring that's still exposed. So that's where my little sunflower buttons came from. And I trimmed these so that it could be more like a hair ribbon. It's so cute. Priscilla put a ruffle in hers. And that ruffle hides this little, washer or whatever's here that held the original bow. But I am delighted with mine. And like I said, I didn't want to copycat. It's super easy to get it in there. It's not a perfect circle, so I laid it down and I traced it, and I used tag board, right? It's kind of like the kind of thick. It's like the kind of thickness that a mat would be from. It probably came from Michael's. My son, who's a graphic designer, had quite a collection of mat board and foam core board and stuff that he needed in school for his projects. So anyway, I just traced it, stretched it onto that. And this is a piece of felt glued to the back. It's not as smooth. I mean, to me, it looks smooth. When I show it here, the light, shows because the piece is laced. So there's, but when you look at it in real life, you really don't see all that definition of the back shape. So it really is cute. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. So that's been sitting by the fireplace. It's time to put her away. So anyway, I knew I had it, and just last weekend, not Easter weekend, but the weekend before, I was looking around for something, and didn't I find the original one? So I gave it to one of my daughters. So that was a start and a finish. I didn't even get to be a whip in my March calendar. And then this is something that I have shown before. It's some pieces out of the Cross Stitcher magazine, from June 2016. But if you watch Crafty Cottage Stitchers, which Heather and Jeanette, they are having a whole like season of strawberries. Let me see how close I can get this. So I had saved this magazine because of this strawberry selection, and they were a mania project for me. I can't really show you individually because the pattern is on each page. Let me see if I can get this out of there. There it is. And I didn't do the one big thing. I did several of the smaller pieces. So anyway, they're having a whole strawberry season, and they have we commented back and forth about my strawberries in the magazine, and they said they can still get the magazine wherever it is you get these kinds of things. And so I'm showing my strawberry finishes just for that. I showed them back when I made them, probably 2018-ish in Mania. They were a Mania project. Again, with the beaded edge, my all-time favorite. It's stuffed with walnut shells. I like how that gives a pillow a nice heft. Look, I used green on that one. I really couldn't decide when I was done, and there's still more I would almost do. They're so cute. And then I found this bowl. I don't know, Goodwill. It was Goodwill. And it's from, I looked it up. I looked all the things up. I think it came from Pottery Barn. But it's so cute with those in it. And then I have a whole collection of I bought a whole package of these from Amazon or whatever. So I fill the bowl with the little fillers and the little strawberries, and it's cute in the summer. So there's my strawberry contribution. That's my contribution to your strawberry mission. And then, excuse me, it's dry air, a lot of dry air. Susie Reno was showing on her Instagram or whatever, see, you can't get it off, how she had made the Lori Holtz design boards. And you use these, people are using the really small ones, maybe by their stitching spot to put their threads on. And you can buy them from the Fat Quarter Shop, or there's a tutorial on making them. And I thought, I'll make some. I use, when I bind a quilt, I always save the leftover binding. And so these were leftover strips of binding, and you just sew them like shut, whatever. And you glue it on. There's batting, and you glue it. And I made a comment about how I made some, but after, I don't know, something about how many times I'd burned my fingers. Didn't you burn your fingers? And she said, I found a solution. I'll send it to you. So she called them popsicle sticks. I'm calling them tongue depressors because that's how big they are. That she bought a package of those, and she sent me those. And that she got these and sent me 2 of them. She said she didn't know the order was going to be so big. So she sent me a couple of these, to put your finger on so you don't keep burning your finger. So that was way cool. See, I use mine. You can see I use them, and mine aren't like uniform sizes. I think I have a third one somewhere. But I was just doing, like when you cut into a piece of foam core board and use it for something, and then you have a weird size left. So I just squared them off and covered them and used them. So I do use these. They work great if you're doing beading, and you can just lay these on a flat surface and put your beads on it. So I do have some of those to show, because she said in her note I needed to show mine. These are previous maids, the one that have a lot of finger burning involved. But they are really handy. And then, look at that. I thought this was going to be a really long video, so I have to look at my notes. Did I forget to talk about things? No. See, this is why there weren't videos being made, is because my video, I really didn't have that much to talk about. But I do have one thing that I saved till the end to show you. I'm going to show. That was too quick. You didn't really see the pattern. You didn't see enough of the pattern to do anything. Exciting times around my house. My oldest daughter got engaged, and so we're very, very excited. So I am going to be starting this by Roveris, and I won't be showing you any progress. So that's life when you can't show a gift and the progress. So we're very excited. So this will be the first wedding of many of my children. She will be 30 in a few weeks. So we're very delighted, very happy about that situation. So we know nothing. We know nothing about when this might occur or anything. So, but I know, look at, I have an appointment to get a haircut tomorrow. She already canceled it. So anyway, back to the wedding. So we don't know anything that we're planning and aiming for, but the sampler has been picked out. So that's very exciting. We're very, very happy about that. Anything else? Nope. I wasn't even going to show you quilting because I thought this was going to drag on, but nope. So there you go. And it's like 30 minutes at best. I'm going to video. I've got 3 videos to insert, and they're short, and they're progress of the bathroom, the before, the during, and now the after, minus the showers, the glass door and stuff on the shower. But I'd like to put this one to rest. So I didn't want to keep dragging it out any longer. So there you have it. Holy cow. What can I say? It's April. Life goes on. And it's the same old, but with some exciting new something or other that I get to stitch. And we're good. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye. All right, we'll do a quick video of the before in the bathroom. I'm standing in the bedroom looking down the little hallway that leads to the bathroom where there's a closet on each side. Each of my kids' birth samplers. Where do you put them at some point? They're adults. They don't want them in their house. This is the closet that will be expanded on. So the bathroom's very long and thin. Over this way is the toilet and the window. And sorry, I'll move really slow, okay? And then we have a double vanity. This is the first time I've ever lived in a house with a double vanity. So that's kind of nice. I've already packed up my stuff. Somebody else hasn't. So you see the tub down there, the offending tub, and the wall. And the door, this door will be the door into the closet once the new closet is expanded and the shower taken out. That door, we'll open that in a second so you can see where that goes, the door to nowhere. So this, a tub, first of all, hello, what are you doing with this cabinet? I'm not really sure what it is you would want to put in there to gaze at while you're soaking in your tub that just emptied the entire hot water heater. I don't know. So that's coming out. This is like a hallway that leads down to the shower, which there's the door right there. The linen cover, again, I don't know what to say. You cannot get into that space with a laundry basket and open the door. So you set the laundry basket here, you take a handful of whatever, towels, whatever. You go in there, you open the door, you put stuff away, you close the door, you come back out. So it's quite an event. So I'm not going to miss that. That will stay in the closet. It'll be part of the closet. And then the shower, I call it the shower coffin. I know, right? Look. Like, I never have to get in there again. It's yucky. I don't like it. I mean, yucky, like, I don't like it. I don't know what to say. So out here, the door to nowhere, that will be our new closet. It's the plumbing to the shower. I don't know. So there it is. There's the before. We will, this whole wall will just extend down, and it will take up some of that space that's part of the tub area. I don't know. We lose this. Let me creep over there. Again, something for you to gaze at when you're soaking in the soaker tub, I guess. I don't know. It is kind of sad to lose some of the wood features, but I don't want them as the ceiling of my shower. because I don't know how long it'll take before mold and or mildew become a part of that. So, goodbye tub. It's not even it's not even a jetted tub. It's got like little tiny holes that make little tiny bubbles. I don't know. So there's the before. The cat dish, you see the cat dish? Can I get my own finger in there? Cat thinks the only source of water is in here. He will rein you in here, like herd you into the bathroom to refill that dish. So I don't know, what can I say? So that's the project. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Day 2, walking into the bedroom. We didn't start back here last time, nor was there a toilet here last time. You can't see the bedroom. This was the, oh, sorry, I moved too fast. This was the wall that had, like the birth announcements were hanging on. Sorry, I have to walk careful and I have to not trip on tools. So they hung here. There's the one closet. And there's the absence of the other closet, which now looks straight into the bathroom, through the shower, through the little walkway or whatever that went to the shower, and there's the linen closet. So come on back over. There's where the toilet used to sit. Vanities staying there. And there's where that big soaker tub was. Yay. There's the closet to nowhere. That's now the closet to the door. Sorry, door to nowhere. Now the door to the closet. And if we keep going, here's where we stood and looked at the shower. It's not going to be the hugest of walk-in closets, but it's good. Till next time. So we'll take the same approach into the bathroom where this used to be a closet, the same as over here. Sorry, I will move very slowly. So that's become a wall. So into the bathroom we go through the changes that didn't occur. I mean, nothing's different there. So there's a mirror. This used to be the door that led to the what do you call it? The plumbing behind the shower. And this was the hallway that you walked down to get to the shower. Shower was on the right, linen closet on the left. So we can now open the door to nowhere, and it's a closet, a big closet. The linen closet is still in there. That was outside the shower door. And then took that soaker tub out, actually shortened it. We have shortened this distance a little bit. The tub took up 2 more feet of space, but we just in order to continue to the wall straight down, shortened that space by 2 feet, and it's still a huge shower. So yay, shower's done. Very nicely done shower with tile. They did a good job. So the glass, there'll be a partial wall, then a door, and then the other partial wall, and that's coming in the next couple days. So there, yay, it was worth the 4 weeks of turmoil, I guess.